So density just means how much of something is in something, right? So this is a density. A lot of times we're talking about density over an area, a cross-sectional area. So for example, population density means how many people are in per kilometer squared, right? Um, and that's the the density. We can say how dense is a material, like how many kilograms is a material per unit volume. Um, Density means like how dense is it? Like the English word dense. It's hard to explain. How many of something are in a small place? It's a form of normalization. So in mathematics, normalizing something means I'm going to look at something from a relative perspective of a certain um, size. So, oh, how much are in this one versus how much are in this one, but it's the same size. So, of course, there's going to be more magnetism in a giant bar magnet, but does it mean it's a stronger magnet, right? So let's look at these ones here. This is a large magnet. Of course, it's going to have a lot of flux lines because it's very large. This is a smaller magnet. Of course, it's going to have less flux lines. But is this a stronger magnet than this one? It's not necessarily, because the smaller one could have more flux lines per area. And this one could have less flux lines per unit area. So this could be a weaker magnet, but a larger magnet. I can count more flux lines, but it's so large that they're distributed over such a big cross-sectional area that it's actually a pretty weak magnet. So that's why we have to measure flux density so that we can make a normalized comparison between them. Let me just talk one more time about normalizing. It's like if you go into a grocery store and you say, oh, this box of cereal is really cheap. This box of cereal is really expensive. Well, maybe the cheap one is in a really, really small box, and then the expensive one is in a giant box. Well, of course, you're going to pay more for the giant box, right? But if you normalize them, then how many dollars are per gram? So your grocery store labels always sort of normalize for you, and they say, well, this is a cost per gram actually, so that whatever one is a better deal. Maybe the larger one is a better deal, even though it was more money. So maybe uh, the smaller magnet here has more flux lines per unit per meter squared, and it's a more um, intense magnet. Okay, so magnetic flux density, we know it's 10 to the 8. Magnetic field lines, we count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get all the way up to 10 to the 8. Tesla came along and said, hey, Weber, let's normalize that because it's not fair to compare magnets that are not the same size. So let's normalize that by dividing by this nice little meter squared. So per meter squared, how many flux lines are there? If you're normalizing it per meter squared, I don't want you to call it a Weber anymore. I want you to call it a Tesla. So that's where we get that unit of Tesla, which I am going to ask you to put on your formula sheet as well. But the unit of Tesla is kind of useless. I don't care if you ever use the unit of Tesla. It's just a Weber per meter squared. If I write that down as a Weber per meter squared, these are base SI units. They make more sense to me. It's the number of counts in a meter squared. So, and Tesla also said, let's give this a fancy symbol. It's not a regular B like I've typed here. It's actually a beta. Let's give it a capital beta. Why? Because capital betas are pretty cool, almost as cool as the phi that is magnetic flux. So beta is phi over cross-sectional area. Beta is measured in Teslas, and it is phi, which is measured in Webers, over cross-sectional area in base SI units, which are meters. So magnetic flux density, it's a normalized flux per unit area. It is the number of flux lines per meter squared. We just had to normalize, we had to divide by something. So now we know something else. Now we know something else. Now we know that a normalized flux density, sorry, a normalized flux is called flux density. That's all there is to it. We did not have to have a new symbol in our life. We didn't have to have new units in our life, but we do because it's magnetic circuits. And that's what we get. Please put that on your formula sheet.